Into the end zone, touchdown! Russell has to step up in the pocket, has some room in front of him, gets that three-step drop, here comes the pressure, passes complete to Flowers, back to pass, pressure coming, has somebody in the end zone, touchdown! Russell, pressure's coming, Russell able to escape, still on his feet, and will be brought down at the looking, has plenty of time, has Flores at the 15, he's at the 10, and Russell has it on the outside. Like I said, he ain't taking a slide. Russell steps up, lets one go. Robinson makes a circus catch. Going to a low snap. Here comes the pressure, and the pass is going to be complete. And making the catch of Grant Russell. Russell back to pass, looking. He has Robinson makes the catch, and will be brought down on the play by Isaiah Hall.
Hexagone MMA! Listen, on paper, we knew it was going to be an awesome night. Hexagone MMA once again delivering. And once again, Hexagone delivers. Awesome performance.
Contre vents et marées, froid dehors, chaud à l'intérieur. Zénith de Paris, vous êtes ici pour vivre une expérience unique. Les stars de demain qui vont vous éblouir. Le combat le plus intense et dense féminin de l'histoire d'Hexagone MMA. Le début du tournoi à 100 000 € pour le vainqueur chez les moins de 70 kilos. Bienvenue à Hexagone MMA!
Well, if you thought 2025 was something special for Hexagone MMA, you haven't seen anything yet, because 2026 is shaping up to be something completely bonkers. This is the first show of the year, Hexagone MMA edition number 37, live and in color and cage side here from the Zenith Arena in Paris, France. Cillian Verini on the mic as usual, with my main man next to me, the MVP of commentary, Mr. Sebastian Vendel Martinez, who made the trip from Sweden because you wanted to be here tonight in Paris, even fighting against the storm that rocked the country. You wanted to be here for Hexagone, right?
Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't miss this Forvo World, especially this show. I mean, talk about kicking off a year with a bang, a stacked fight card, where honestly, like, the last 4 fights could easily have been a main event. But kicking things off with another just straight up banger.
We're starting with this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I thought that was going to be kept for later in the show, but we are starting with what I would consider maybe one of the most anticipated bouts of the evening, with the return of Samba Sima fighting in the flyweight division against this man, Nikolai Makarenko. Woo! On paper, this is super exciting.
Oh, definitely. We've seen so much glorious stuff from the Black Mamba, Samba Sima, but I like that he's getting a solid test now from Nikolai Makarenko. Went undefeated in amateur MMA with every single fight ending by finish. Every finish secured before the third round. His final amateur MMA bout was a title-winning knockout of Min Soo Song in November of 2023. And made his pro debut with a decision victory over Sayed Yasser Hashemi in March of last year, and has continued sharpening his tools since then. Does have Kazakh heritage, much like top-ranked UFC welterweight Shavkat Rakhmonov. So I'm definitely expecting some good stuff out of Makarenko.
And he is currently residing in Germany, in the northwest of the country, representing the Saya Gym. As you said, he is a finisher in the amateur ranks. He already had one pro fight, so coming in 1-0 against a guy tonight, Samba Sima, who is very, very feared by pretty much everyone on the planet. Everybody saw what Samba Sima could do in the past. He was supposed to fight at our last show in Paris. The fight did not happen, so basically he's been hungry for another victim, and I hope that for Makarenko he knows what to expect, because the challenge is going to be a true dogfight tonight.
I mean, just him taking this fight alone truly says something about what he's willing to risk versus reward mindset that he's got. And as we can see there, 100% finishing rate as an amateur. Did go the distance as a pro, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. When you make your pro debut, it's not a bad thing to go the full distance, to prove not just to everyone else, but to yourself also that you've got the cardio needed to go the full 15 minutes.
It's also an opportunity for him to explode in the eyes of all the international fans, because I know that we are broadcast in over 150 countries tonight. As I said, we are live and in color for Hexagone MMA. That is taken over Europe by storm after being the #1 in France. Step by step, we're just gnawing at the heels of other big companies, and every fighter wants to be here in Hexagon. And we have one of the biggest stars of the company coming out right now.
Absolutely. Some would argue the future of French MMA. Samba, the Black Mamba Sima, began training MMA at age 13 and completely took over the French amateur scene with 10 KOs, two-time French MMA champion, IMF world silver medalist, and also world bronze medalist as well. And as a pro,
come on, continue. Talk about his credentials, continue. You can go all day with Samba Sima.
I mean, honestly, yeah, the list is almost too long for this broadcast, but Celian, as a pro, he has looked almost unstoppable.
He is scary, and what I love about Samba Sima is that we talk to him sometimes backstage. He's the nicest guy in the world, very quiet. He doesn't seem to be too dangerous, but then when you see him in the cage, the guy is a monster, destroys everything in his path, and I gotta tell you, he seems unstoppable. What can't he do? I don't want to overhype this dude, but I mean, this fight that didn't happen back a few months ago, it was super frustrating for him, but also for all the fans, because every time he steps in the cage, you know it's gonna be an explosion. So I'm gonna wish all my luck to Makarenko. I hope he's gonna last long, but if I was a betting man, I would put my money on Samba Sima.
I would put my money on Samba Sima via finish. I would be curious as to what the odds makers would have that as. Because I mean, pro debut, round 2 knockout by vicious head kick over Kleiner, sound about a Hexagone 27.
Scary.
I mean, that was one of those, is this guy gonna be able to stand up afterwards? And then, of course, coming off of that just one-sided beating of Zelim Umarov, Hexagone 23 last summer. Yeah, just picked him apart like a Lego set.
Another guy who was a killer in the amateur ranks, 10 knockouts when Samba Sima was the king of the amateurs, and now he's scheduled to be the king of the professionals too. We are in the flyweight division, 57 kilos weight class with Nikolai Makarenko representing Germany. Older than Samba Sima, of 7 years older than him. As you can see, the height difference going to the advantage of the Frenchman with a 4-inch height advantage. And of course, the huge reach advantage for Samba Sima. We're talking about 6 inches or something like this. Crazy.
Dans la catégorie des moins de 57 kilos. Il est âgé de 29 ans, 1m65, allonge d'1m71, 57 kilos de sang, 4 victoires, 0 défaite en amateur, 1-0 chez les pros. Toutes ces victoires avant la limite, representing Sayajin, fighting out of Balsalvusen, Germany, Nikolai Makarenko. Son adversaire dans le coin rouge, 22 ans, 1m75, une allonge d'1m87, 56 kg 900 à la pesée. 2 victoires, pas la moindre défaite pour le double champion de France, vice-champion du monde amateur IMAF. Représente le Fighting Beat, c'est son premier combat pro à domicile. Samba, the Black Mamba, Sima.
The Black Mamba, Samba Sima, representing the Fighting Beat here in Paris, France, against the German warrior in front of him, Makarenko. These two are scheduled for 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the flyweight division. And don't blink, this could be a quick one.
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen Samba Sima before, then get ready for some true violence.
He is a must to follow. A lot of people consider him the next generation of French fighters. He wants to be the champion here in Hexagone this weight class and then move on to the UFC. He talked about his dream many times before. And hopefully he's not going to make us lie, because we've hyped this man because we love what he does. But of course, in front of him, he's got a real client. You know, he's no slouch, Makarenko.
Yeah, undefeated. You know, both as, you know, across both pro and amateur. So
didn't make the trip to be a stepping stone to Samba Sima. Right now, he's holding grounds in the center of the cage. Of course, in the southpaw position, both of them.
That's it. So far, Makarenko is fighting like somebody who is undefeated, who hasn't had that taste of defeat yet. He does seem confident, not really biting on too many of the fakes and feints from Samba Sima.
Of course, he's not fighting alone, Samba. You can hear the crowd tonight. Oh, he's singing, praising the Black Mamba.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shortage of Samba Sima fans here in Paris, that's for sure.
Can't believe this one is actually the opening contest.
It's almost too good to be the opening bout, right?
Wasn't expecting it. Sorry, I think I had a brain fart for a second. Samba Sima. Yeah, he doesn't want to go too quick. Got caught with that low kick. Nice eye by Makarenko.
Yeah, so far Makarenko proving it to be a tough test, because usually we see Samba Sima just kind of put his foot on the gas and run over his opponents. Right now, he's not having the same success.
Yeah, we saw his attitude change. He just puffed up his chest a bit, maybe to regroup. Start from zero, maybe in his mind and his body. Because yeah, nobody was expecting 2 minutes of a little bit of nothing, almost testing out the waters. I thought this was going to be a Armageddon almost in the first 60 seconds.
Well, he's trying to get a read on the reactions of Makarenko to see like what works, what doesn't work. If I do this, what does happen? Oh, big exchange there. Look at that, Makarenko connecting.
It's actually good that he's being tested like this. You've got to praise the matchmaking here in Hexagone that has been criticized in the past, but they're finding some real clients to put against their up-and-comers. He knows that all eyes are on him. Going to switch up his gear, switch up his stance, coming back to the southpaw. Oosh. Inside leg kick for Makarenko. Samba Sima is never the first one to attack. There you go. He's switching things up with that spinning back fist.
Yeah, so far Makarenko pretty good dance partner. Almost going shot for shot right now.
Right now, he's putting the pressure. He doesn't feel super comfortable when you're back against the cage.
Yeah. Oh, spinning back fist and a knee connects for Sambasima.
Good timing. Now going to the body. Great job.
Yeah, now he's starting to feel himself. And now you see Makarenko biting on the fakes and feints as well.
Yeah, his movements are not as flashy. Sambasima telling the crowd that no, he's the one dictating the pace. He's not going to answer to what they have to say. Can you imagine? You got to listen to your corner. You got to listen to the crowd. You got to analyze your opponent. You got to think, anticipate. I mean, a million things are happening in the head of Sambasima.
Oh, that left hand got through. That definitely got Makarenko's attention.
Going to switch again. Trying to go on top of that kick.
He plays it off so cool. I could never stand up that cool if I stood.
Just waiting for the 10-second clapper maybe to explode. Usually it's like an alert to some fireworks. Yep, there you go. Just on the buzzer, a spinning back kick. Well, back punch, sorry. But so, what do you think of that, Sebastian?
A very interesting first round. And when I say adversity now, I don't mean it in the sense that he's getting beaten. Just that